Right, we got 15 minutes to check up on some football news. Let's see what's going on with Man United transfers, with all the drama that comes with our club. We know there will be so much activity. There needs to be so much activity um, after the tumultuous season we had. So Manchester United are still in active talks with Mbuemo. That's the first thing that really is still interesting me. I just need this deal to be done quickly so we can move on and figure out who is next. There is also things that happen that are so unexpected in a transfer window, like offers you receive. And when you're in a rebuild, you have to make very big decisions about which part of your team you're keeping, which part you're losing. Now we already know clarification on the Bruno Fernandes situation. Matter of fact, if you didn't know, he actually gave an interview, if I believe it's yesterday, and clarified how he came to the decision making of staying at Manchester United. So shout out to Bruno Fernandes's wife. First of all, I gotta say, we, if it wasn't for Bruno's wife, I don't know. I don't know. Because he spent 3 weeks thinking about Saudi, then decides because of his family. He decides, you know what, I'm going to stay. This is the actual words from Bruno. Let me read them out. He was talking to about his offer from Al Hilal. I had to wait a while to think about the future. As I've always said, I would be willing to do it if United thought it was best to move on. I spoke with Ruben Amorim, who really tried to talk me out of it. Shout out, first of all, to Ruben Amorim for doing the right thing. He didn't cut me off and say, no, Bruno, like, if you want, you should go. I like the fact that Ruben wants to keep Bruno, right? He says he also went on to say, I spoke to the club who said they weren't willing to sell me only if I wanted to leave. And the club put it on Bruno and said, fam, this ball is in your court. It's in your side of the pitch. If you want to leave, it's on you who leaves. And we won't hold you hostage. And I really respect that about Manchester United. They weren't trying to keep him in prison, you know? And you can only be grateful for employers like that. So, first of all, Bruno, I'm happy you're staying. And he went on to say, from my side, it was a very ambitious proposal. The president was a fantastic person. I never talked about the money. It ended up coming up later with my agent, as it should, right? That's what agents are for, to talk about all these money things. Bruno went on to say, I had to make the decision as a family and understand what I wanted for my future. That was the question my wife asked, what my professional goals would be. Talking about a ride or die, man. Shout out to Bruno's wife. This is why you gotta hit the like button for Bruno's wife's sake. If you haven't hit it yet, you gotta hit it. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in, by the way. At no point did she say yes or no. She always supported me and put my professional side first. This is why Bruno's wife is wife goals. Wife goals. She says your professional side first. Don't worry about me. You see, like, if we're comparing wives, right? Zidane's wife, so controlling that the word on the street is that even though Zidane may have entertained, a proposal, an offer from Manchester United about becoming a manager, Zidane's wife says, nah, I don't like the rain in Manchester. Forget that. We're not moving there. Like, if this is true, by the way, that's for me is red flag narcissistic vibes. So Zidane's wife, thumbs up. No, Bruno's wife, thumbs up. Zidane's wife, not so thumbs up. Anyway, enough on the wives. He just simply concluded this statement by saying it was Bruno Fernandes, by the way, said it was an easy move, even at a family level. I had Ruben Neves, Joao Cancelo. My children are used to playing with theirs. So really going to Saudi would have been an easy transition for Bruno. He said, I simply want to stay at the highest level, playing in the big competitions. I still feel capable of that. So shout out to Mr. Fernandes, El Capitano. Loyalty exists. Uh, Bruno's wife is the MVP, says Tish. Right? Okay, now on go go baby oil. Oh gosh, you're too funny. Quotes, screw you. Do not compare me to that guy. Uh, I see. The chat is fun today. It's oily in the chat. Big up to Stephanie. Big up to you, Kenny Fed TV, Young Poppy. Great one. Uh, why do you have number one on my name, man? You know what? Cause you number one, one. Okay. There's talk about an offer from Napoli or interest from Napoli. Let me make sure that I'm saying this right. There is interest from Napoli um, about Lisandro Martinez. My question for you, um, and by the way, I'm not on Love Island, Stephanie. My question for you is, if the money is put on the table, Napoli are saying, give us Lisandro Martinez. What are you saying? Should Lisandro stay? You know, that's one question I want to ask today. The other question is the wage demands apparently from Mbuemo's uh, stance, from Mbuemo's camp, is actually quite insane. If I'm not mistaken, it's reported 250K is what Mbuemo wants. Pardon me. And if that's the case, is it a good deal to just, you know, go with Mbuemo? I thought he wants the club. He loves the badge. And at Brentford, let's check to see how much he's earning at Brentford. Mbuemo's wage right now per week at Brentford is, from the Googles, 45K per week. And now the reports are suggesting he has asked for a significantly higher wage, potentially around 250K per week. Mbuemo, you see the water there? If that's what your agent is saying, tell him to go in there and count to 250 in the water. He shouldn't show his face until he gets to 250. That's what I'll say to Mbuemo. You know, obviously there's thank you for bringing this up, Javid. This is news that is from a journalist who does not report about Manchester United. Some guy, sources, trust me, bro. Like this guy, let me um I can't remember his name, Javid, but I remember just looking this up, and this is something that I was just like, nah, all capology. It needs to be called out. Cap, 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 cap. Anyway, we're here for less than 15 minutes, and we're already at 9 minutes, and I'm gonna share um the link for anybody that wants to call in and share their opinion on this. Two questions: Lisandro Martinez to Napoli. Are you saying yay or nay? Or Mbuemo, crazy wage demands. Are you? What are you saying? Should we keep going forward with this guy? If at all this is true, the 250. That's what I want to ask. Big up to men like Young Papi in the building. Shout out to Pav as well. Pav,
Boss, is there anyone else in the background?
there's Young Papi.
Do you want to bring him in first? Because I'm just trying to order a Domino's, bro.
All right. He's ordering burgers for sure.
He said
Yo.
Domino's, so that's pizza.
Oh, he said Domino's. I just
Yeah, I'm
heard
pretty
all that.
sure.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk. Mbuemo wants 250K. What are you saying? How much should he be paid, bro?
To be fair, I say 100K less than that. To be honest, But my whole thing is like, if you want 250K a week, let that be built up off of bonuses. You could
Come on.
earn it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, but
yeah,
I would
yeah,
give him 100 to 150.
yeah, yeah,
And that's just given obviously we're a big club. We can really actually afford to pay that, to be
yeah.
fair. Like it is a big wage when you really look at it, but it could, it's not 250 a week.
So
Unless it's actually
150.
doing it. I would
150
say
is what you're saying.
100K to 150K with add-ons.
All right, all right. What about Lisandro Martinez? Offer from Napoli is on the table, if at all. There is interest. There's no offer right now. But would you consider selling Licha?
That's a hard one with me personally. No pause. But it's just Leach is a good defender, I feel. He's had some mishaps, yes, but
Yeah.
the only downfall with Leacher is he injury prone or not. If he is, then it's like, yeah, we let him go, but we wouldn't know to let him go now. Or like for me personally, like I would still give him another chance in a sense. However, if he
Okay.
was to get injured, if it's looking Eric Body-ish, like then yeah, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
bro, you gotta go.
Okay. So one more chance for Licha. Don't sell him yet, is what Young Puppy is saying.
Basically, yeah, I would, yeah, to sum
I
it up.
big up my broski. I'm gonna try and keep the call short because we literally like 1 minute, 1 minute. I want to know what you're thinking. Men like wrap up in the building. Shout out to Kundi.
Wasted topic. Well, one. It's a wasted topic. It's already been debunked by three sources.
Okay.
Fabrizio Romano come out. The
Yes.
journalist who said it was a Newcastle journalist just trying
Yes.
to smear it because they didn't get the player. It's already a wasted topic. It's not
Well,
250K.
so but
It's not.
the
He's
question
not
still
getting
stands.
250K. He's
In
not
your
getting it.
opinion, how much should he be getting then? In your
He's
opinion?
getting between the threshold of where it should be between 100 and 200K. That's what's happening. Enoch's are
Okay.
not giving these big wages no more. They're not doing it.
I
The
mean, we're
threshold is
keeping Bruno.
200K.
Bruno is north of 300, right, per week.
Yeah, but that's an exception because that was a sweetener to keep him there, and that's on
Okay.
them. So yeah,
Okay.
that's on them. But any new signings that come in, they're not unless they're not going to get 250K. They've been trying to push out players for that.
All
Sancho's
right.
on that, so why are they going to give him 250K? It don't make
I don't.
sense. And anyway,
Yeah.
they've already said Fabrizio's just come out and said it's nonsense. And the
Okay.
journalist from the Times he said it was
Yeah.
only saying that because he's a Newcastle journalist and they didn't get the player.
We
That's
get
all it
that.
is.
All right. All right.
So
So between 100 and
we're not gonna do this small campaign on Mbuemo before he's even come through the door. We're not gonna do this thing because I'm tired of that.
where do you
Tired of
stand
his
on
IT packs.
wrap up? Where do you stand on Leacher then?
Leacher, as far as I'm concerned, is a bench player now, and the way I look at it, Leacher, get fit, play well, sell him.
Get fit, play well, sell him. So like that means we should keep him one more season.
Yeah, once he gets fit in December, plays his games, at the end of the season, sell him.
Damn. Wrap up. I think Leach is somebody long term, but all right, all right. I hear you. I hear you. Big up yourself. Let me bring in men like Coutinho in the building.
Big up, boss. Big up. How you
Broski.
doing?
You know, I'm here, man. I'm hearing like we need to obviously figure out what we're doing with Mbuemo, how much we're paying him. We're restructuring
It's
financially.
not your money, and let's be honest. I don't think it's even a question. He's going to be on cheap wages, and I think because he likes Manchester United. He clearly has rejected. Let's be honest, not being disrespectful, better projects on paper. He's
Sure.
clearly going to be on. He's going to be on 100K at the lowest. The lowest.
Okay.
I can't see him
Okay.
being on any lower than 100K. Maximum probably 150. Apart from that, yeah, I don't believe this 200K nonsense.
Yeah.
I monitor all the transfer activities. So yeah, I don't think you should be worried.
All
You
right.
should be worried you should be worried about how much money you've got left in the transfer budget. The wage bill is not the problem. It's how much money you've got left of the transfers. So yeah.
Yeah, man, we still got pull. Big up to you for saying that.
No, you
man.
still got Paul. You got United. It's United. Come on, it's Manchester United as the clip that KG uses.
Yes.
It's Manchester United, whether you like it or not.
Yes.
So yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Check that out. What about this thing about Leacher? What do you think
Leacher,
from your
cash
perspective?
in, man. That guy's injury prone,
Cash
man.
in?
That guy,
No,
cash in, man.
nah.
Take that
He's
money and run.
freak
He's
injury.
injury prone, man. And I
He's
don't think he fits. And I don't think he fits Amarin's system, man. I don't think he fits Amarin's system, man. In the back three, no, I don't think
Okay.
so. He's not suited. He's not suited for a back three.
Man, I hear it, but I disagree with
Come
it.
on, there are better centre backs. Come on, better
All right.
centre backs. He's gonna be the weakling.
Yeah. By the way, why do you have your curtains shut?
No, it's bad. The weather's awful anyway.
So you
What?
shut the curtains?
So
Get out of here. He's like, the weather is awful. Shut. I know. When the weather is awful, you stay inside and shut the curtains. Wow. Craziness. Let me hear another. Yo, big up, broski.
Yo, I think Cardinia's still stuck in 2020 when you can't go out and stuff. You know, that one's there. But big up to him. Big up
Yeah.
boss for the staycation vibes, you know what I'm saying, for the workcation and that.
What are
And
you
the questions today,
Yeah.
I know you got to shoot in about a few minutes. And
saying? In a 1 minute, actually. In 1 minute.
No
bro.
problem. In terms of flex from Brentford,
Yeah.
I feel like how much do you reckon? What's his wages going to be? 250 reported, right?
Did you just call him Flex from Brentford?
Yeah, Flex, innit? Flex Bremu, innit? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Flex. But anyway, I feel like United, hopefully this time, are going to put him on low wage, something like 100 to 120, something like that. Something okay. But but here's the thing, though, yeah? I'm going to say is right now, and they got 15 seconds. If I hear anyone say, oh, United have told us they're going to stop paying higher wages, if it's 250, I don't want to hear from none of you. And that's all I got to say about that. Next caller, please.
All right, big up. Doctor, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry. Oh my
What
god,
is
I
this
didn't.
background? What is this?
Oh,
Is your
that's
camera
the-
on?
Yeah, my camera is on, but I've covered it.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
worry.
This is new.
Don't. I thought you do not have time. Anyway, we're gonna be quick.
Yes.
How much is Mbuemo making right now?
45
A week.
a week.
Make it like 80 a week. Make it 80 a week.